Hello coloring friends, so another week has gone and today again we'll see result of our weekly challenge Find and Color. During last week we were all coloring for the prompt money in general and particularly coins and banknotes. Um, my first thought was that there are not that many illustrations for this prompt, but when I started to look through my collection, I found quite a bunch of books with a lot of suitable illustrations, and actually it was hard for me to choose because a lot of those illustrations I really liked and would like to color. But anyway, some of you wrote me that yeah, it was hard to find a picture for this prompt, and on the whole I've got 58 submitted works, a little bit less than usual. But what I can say, when we get such type of prompt, the final slideshow turns out really interesting because there is such a variety of artists and coloring books. I even can't name any one leader for this prompt among artists. Maybe it's Owl's Coloring Book by Marjorie Sarnat, 4 or 5 illustrations from this book. But others, I can say all different. Maybe two same illustrations by same artist, but mostly one by one. You will see works by Joanna Basford and Kirby, of course, Fabiana Atanasio and Clara Markova. There are a couple of illustrations from those books that I had shown last time, Escape to Christmas Past and Escape to Shakespeare's World, and a variety of characters. You will see pirates, of course, and dragons with a lot of treasure, girls with cash, Aladdin with his lamp, and of course Scrooge McDuck. Whenever you say money, coins, there is Scrooge McDuck. So, and let me show what I have colored. As I've said, I had quite a choice of illustrations and it was hard to decide, but at the end I chose Mythic World by Kirby. Why? Because until now I had only one picture completed, this one, and it's not actually one of main illustrations in this book. So I thought it's about time I start coloring this book. And for this prompt we had this illustration, this Hindu god of wealth. That's why there's a lot of coins, jewelry, gemstones on this illustration, and all these small details, they really took quite a lot of time. First of all, look at all those jewelry pieces that this god is decorated with. A lot of small details, all those gemstones. Each stone required a highlight, bracelets, necklace, then all these how you call this stuff with gold and stones. It has patterns on each of them, plus all those jewelry, pearls, everything. So comparing to all that smallest details, the background was rather simple to color, and didn't take much time. So what I used for this illustration, I started with Faber-Castell Polychromos for the guy, and I layered, and then I see that no more layering. It stopped giving pigment, but for my taste it still looks a bit pale. So all the rest I colored with the Derwent Lightfast. They work better on this paper, I think, more bright at least, though for darker colors I used Blender because it was not that smooth. Also the white gel pen, of course, for all these patterns in white, and all highlights for gemstones, and little bit of gouache for the clouds and also to cover black lines on the god. On the whole, I'm pleased with this picture. I can't say that I'm super happy, but it's fine. It's just, it looks pretty, and that's it. And I'm glad I have started coloring in this book finally. So that was my picture, and now let's have a look at all those interesting illustrations that were submitted for this prompt. And I hope you will enjoy it as much as I did when I've got them. Let's go. that was the slideshow of works for the last week's prompt, coins and banknotes. Thank you everyone who joined this challenge and sent your works. And of course now it's time to choose another prompt for the upcoming week. And as always, with the help of this magical box. As you can see, there is still a lot of prompts in this box, though it's getting less and lesser and lesser. Okay, let's find out what we'll be going to color during the next week. So friends, we've got prompt bear. It can be white polar bear or brown bear, realistic looking animal for those who like coloring nature, coloring realistic animals with fur and all that, but not only. It can be cartoonish style bear, toy bear like a teddy bear, though I can't say that there is going to be quite a big variety of bears, but we'll see. So I'm off now to look through my collection because I can't recall any bear at the moment, and maybe it's going to take some time to find suitable illustrations for this prompt. So I'm off and see you in a second. So I'm back, friends. When I just got this prompt, and at first I couldn't remember any bears, but after several minutes when I looked at my bookshelves, and then I thought Kerber Rosanes, of course, Circle of Life, of course, Lulu Maya and her book A Million Bears. Though I don't have that book, but I know that there is such book, and I've seen a lot of illustrations, people coloring from that book. So I thought there's going to be no problem with bears. And yes, that turned out to be true. I have found quite a lot of pictures for this prompt, and as you can see, and all these pictures I do love, and I have a few more that I liked less, so I didn't include those in this bunch. So let's have a look what we have for this prompt bear. Kerber Rosanes' Fragile World, of course. We have this lovely picture, half realistic bear, I would say, because some parts are realistic and these bears as well, but all the rest it's like iceberg, but very nice illustration. And another one with pandas. Sorry, pandas are bears, of course, so we can color this double spread as well for this prompt. Then another of Kerber's books, Geomorphia, and of course we can see a bear on the cover, and same illustration inside the book. Again, half realistic. I'm sorry, what is with my voice today? Circle of Life, two illustrations in this book. One is this one. We have a bear here, but as you remember, I put that prompt kangaroo back in the box, and we have a kangaroo here. So if you don't have any other illustrations with kangaroo and you color this one for bear, Then when we get kangaroo, you will have no illustration, so think twice. Besides, we have second illustration for this prompt in this book, this lovely panda, so I advise you to color this one instead if you don't have any other books with bears. But I think you will find more than one book with bears. Then another book by the same artist, Melpomene, Nature Mandalas, and again there are two illustrations. One is this one, like a forest illustration, some bears, some deer, and another one is winter illustration, which I like. Winter animals, bear, penguin, deer. This bird, I'm not sure what kind of bird it is, but it's wintry. Snowflake, and all these wintry icy patterns. Very lovely, I love it. Winged Beauty. I have one bear already colored here, and we have another one here, so it would be nice to color this picture to have a completed double spread. This is not a big picture, so should not take much time. Then Coloring Heaven collection Inktober. There is a very simple illustration. When you have no time at all, this one will take very little time because it's in tattoo style. You don't have to think much about shading or something else. Then Starry Night, Coloring Heaven, illustrations by Wei Shang-ung, and there is such cute illustration. I love it. Look at this, and it's wintry again. Maybe she's a snow queen, because look at her dress, very snowy with snowflakes, and these again wintry animals, polar bear, and this cute kid bear, and this bunny. Love it, so cute, so beautiful. One of my favorites for this prompt. Then I have this Japanese book by Miniso. It's like Forest Love, Wonderland Forest, it's called. It's a little bit in Joanna Basford style, maybe not even little bit, but a lot in Joanna style. And we have a double spread like this, again, big bear and bear kid. Lovely, but double spread will take more time. And Joanna Basford herself, Magical Jungle, and we have a panda illustration here. This one again, if not to think, not to color this background, all this space, then not much to color here. And again, I have this page completed. It would be nice to have double spread completed. And also I have doodly style bears, the Forest of Serenity, this bear, because I've seen many people, they color same type of illustrations, doodly style, like by Mili Marotta, so beautiful, and I would like to try and color this bear or any other illustration in that way. It would be nice. And even another one, but here we have just a head of bear. So quite a choice, and not all I've shown you, and actually not all my coloring books I looked through. I thought that's enough for me. So I guess you won't have a problem with finding pictures for these prompts. I'll be waiting eagerly for your completed illustrations. And that was all for today. I'll see you next time. Bye.